All right, so let's go ahead and break this down, guys, to show you how you could create clarity for your pet brand. So if you're a luxury pet brand mom over 40, then definitely this is for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a YouTube video real quick. But even before that, um, let me just open up two tabs over here. So this way I could see what you guys are saying in the channel in case if you have any questions, and of course show you like how I'm creating clarity. And of course, this is something that anybody could do, anybody could pull off. You just need a little bit of encouragement, accountability, and support. This is one of the first videos that I was using NotebookLM on. I'm going to go ahead and pop that into another tab, and then I'm going to show you the sequencing that I use to create. So what you see over here is a video that just kind of combines slides together with the video from NotebookLM. So in the left corner, you could kind of see that little window, and so as you can see right here, basically Google Slides are already generated for a basic video that I managed to create on YouTube. And the way I create that clarity, I just go to NotebookLM, turn on this button over here, and as you can see, there's this notebook already pre-created, and I do have a bunch of infographics over here created. All you gotta do is just press one of those buttons and it will generate the beautiful slides. So for example, this is a Fit Fusion Pet automation. As you can see, there's each individual slide, and you could download them or you could play them. So if you download them, it's just gonna download like this as a PDF, and you could take a look at that PDF right here, and it literally just shows you each individual slide. Now, the cool part about this PDF, you could do certain activities with that PDF. You could do like a Zoom video recording and record this as is and just scroll through and then export the video. So, and then when you export it, it's just gonna, you could export that in CapCut and do basic edits. And of course, you gotta have a little QR code so this way people can navigate to your funnel. So all of this clarity gets produced automatically on cruise control. And as you can see right now, if I was to kind of play this TikTok Pet Automator. So what you see is an exported video for TikTok Pet Automator. And this TikTok Pet Automator video was inserted into PowerPoint. So in simple words, what I did is I grabbed those slides over here and I imported them into PowerPoint. I had to do it individually because there is no way of doing this automatically without like writing too much coding and to import that automatically, which I'm just too lazy to do that automatically. It's possible to import it automatically into PowerPoint, but um, I didn't want to do that. You could also export that into Slides, Google Slides, and just have beautiful presentation like this just based on your YouTube video, regular YouTube video. Now, when you do this, keep something in mind. NotebookLM, like here's a video, as you can see, here's a video that I managed to import, and the import process is fairly easy. You just add sources, include a website, and just put the link of your YouTube video. So let's say this is a YouTube video that you managed to create clarity from. Let's just pick one of them over here. So let's pick, if we go here, we just wanted to really quick pick a video that have a bunch of interesting activities. And um, and like let's say you pick a video that is live where you've been, I don't know, driving around and communicating with your audience, but you didn't have a lot of views and you felt like you were clear, but in reality it was just not really clear. Um, like how do we make that clear? What you do, you pick that video, let's say this one, publish. So over here, this one is called How Moms Over 40 Can Create Clarity. So let's say you wanted to create a digital product out of like this topic over here, and you wanted to combine that with your brand. And the first thing which you want to do, you want to take that shareable link. You want to share that, like copy that like this, and then of course you want to paste that in NotebookLM. Now, uh, what you wanted to do, I typically like create a separate NotebookLM for different concepts, for different topics. So this way you don't get confused. So let's say this is the topic that you wanted to include. So you include add a source to get topic, upload a source. Right now it's this one. Right now it's kind of, I just made it available now, so it's still processing. So it's probably a bad example because I literally just created that video a few minutes ago. So it's still probably processing. That's why it didn't load right away in NotebookLM. So you want to pick another video that is already processed. So let's say we'll click on this one. We can take and so it says processing will begin within 24 hours. So that's also probably a bad video that I don't want to pick on. So let's thread secret. Uh, so today is what? Today is January 26. Here's a thread secrets for luxury pet moms over 40 in 2026. So like, let's say if I wanted to do this, you wanted to visualize this, I could just grab that. Once again, I go here and I look at it. So right here, I have a video, and let's say I wanted to make this, it got only 61 views, and I wanted to make this uh, better. I wanted to create clarity around it. I wanted to convert it into product. Typically, what I do is like when I create any of those things, I think of already the funnel that I'm going to use, and um, and then out of that funnel, what I do, like I take all this context, I created slides out of it and put it on a funnel. But let's say we pick this one over here, and we wanted to include that other source. Obviously, what we're going to do is just we're going to click here, and we're just going to select that as an insert source, and boom, it's inserting the whole thing. Now it's operationalizing everything. I'm talking about Romwell shares a thread story to boost views for luxury pet brands by managing multiple accounts and using Freedom Fusion automations. Users can simulate engagement, combining viral CapCut templates with Sora 2 AI to create high quality content. Okay, so let's say I wanted to go ahead and do this. So I do click slide deck, click infographic, click video preview, and click data map, just so this way you could kind of see what's going on over here, and click mind map. So all of this is generating in the background, and I'm going to say over here, after generating slides, can you provide me external notes for my PowerPoint for every slide? What I will do is import each of the slides into a PowerPoint, but we'll need speaker notes. We'll need speaker notes for each slide. Be sure that you cover every slide, and only include what I'm supposed to say. So it looks natural. So you include that, and whilst creating all of that, we're gonna take a look at, say, searching through it, doing all those fun things, obtaining keys, all that. And it says over here, based on the source of material, here's the speaker notes of a PowerPoint presentation designed for luxury pen. And here's a slide one. Hi everyone, I'm Ron Wells. Today I'm gonna share the tea on how I jumped from 10 views to 60,000 views on threads, one to whatever. And then over here it kind of shows you a little source where it got this from, but it managed to take all that stuff that you were talking about on the video and synthesize everything into easy to follow steps. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait until this thing is finished, and then we're going to load that into the presentation, PowerPoint presentation. Right now I'm using combination of NotebookLM with PowerPoint presentation, and also I'm going to show you how to do that with CapCut. What you do after you export it out of PowerPoint, you have to import that into CapCut. Now, the cool thing here, do you need to use PowerPoint? No, you could use Notes, which is free from, you could use Google Notes or Google Slides or whatever it's called to literally produce the same thing as with PowerPoint. So this way, in case if you don't have any licenses, you could use that. Now, in this particular case, I'm going to be using PowerPoint. The reason why is because it got those extra spicy elements that I could add, like additional ways, something that Google doesn't have. That's why I use it for. Um, and of course, I'll show you some of those features a bit later. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Threads Viral Blueprint over here. This is an infographic that I managed to create, and my entire speech, everything that I was talking about while driving around in the car, it managed to create like this beautiful thing, explanation about the Threads Viral Blueprint from 10 to 60,000 views. So it kind of described everything, the algorithm, the Freedom Founders. So this way, you probably always hear me talking about Freedom Founders, the gamified cohort, and like why you got to join that and all that. I feel like I was constantly explaining that. And sooner or later, it gets to the point where you be like, damn, I don't want to be constantly explaining that. I just want AI to explain that for me. I just want to mention it once, and the rest, AI could do the rest. So that's exactly what I did over here. So right now, we do have this little blueprint, and I'm going to kind of show you how I package everything together while still taking this thing to the next level like this. So over here in parallel, what I'll do is I'll open up Skool. And of course, guys, if you haven't joined our Skool community, then definitely check it out. And what I'll do is I could mention something like, hi guys, and of course right now I'm doing it manually. Check out this viral threads blueprint. And what I do is I always include that for my community. And I'm part of Andy's community, which is a super lit community, and you could join it as well. But the idea is you want to be doing, you want to be whatever the content that you're creating, you want to be sharing that with community, and you want to be operationalizing that across multiple communities. So this way you could get leads coming in from multiple communities, and you'll be able to earn more money by collabing with each other. And of course, what I'll include like this. Typically, I run it through ChatGPT and say, hey, generate me something for Andy's community. Check this out, guys. Don't sleep on this. Andy will be proud. Andy will be proud. So something like this, post, include category, and just while this is happening, while everything is preparing, boom, the post has been created, available, and it's already jumped like to the #2 position. So people right away, they could view this, they could check it out and see what's going on. Like what was I able to do? What is this? Um, like strategy? How does it work? What am I talking about? They could kind of see everything in one shot, and jump into the video. But guess what? The video that I shared wasn't actual YouTube. It wasn't actually synthesized version of the main video. But like right now, it's still happening. But if you look at this, you could clearly just from one graphic be able to understand exactly what this whole video is all about. Like literally, I'm talking about performance comparison between traditional posting and automated system. I'm talking about Sora 2 and CapCut and templates. I'm combining high quality AI videos with trending viral templates like from Stranger Things TV show. It's absolutely bonkers, guys. And of course, if you're probably wondering like how does that look like from a funnel perspective, it looks like this. Anything that when you're creating clarity, you definitely want to follow up with the actual funnel and include whatever it is that you're including inside of those videos with the actual um, threads. So over here, as you can see, the Stranger Thing thread got 3.8K views, but then it went viral. And if you click on here, it doesn't load, but it's probably my Chrome. Let me just open that up in the Chrome. Something is cooked on my Chrome. So it's going to load up and you're going to see it's like over 40K threads. So 44K, 44K, just this thread using this mechanism over here. So 44K from this thread alone, one thread alone using this strategy over here. So on TikTok, it only generated like 86 views. But on thread, it generated 44K, and then it dragged another thread with it, and which also generated like 20K views as well. So now that you guys kind of understand, like, oh, there's a funnel associated. Yes, there is a funnel to create clarity. You need to have a post follow-up funnel, and you need to make sure that when you're creating that funnel, you're including those infographics from Notebook-LM. Like over here, here's one of them infographics. Here's another video from Notebook-LM talking about it. So this is kind of all here. And what I also do, I include inside of the funnel, and of course right now everything is being cooked up, and right now the video is being cooked up. So what I do as well, I create upsell and downsell funnels. So in simple words, when you navigate through each of the pages, uh, you're like, if you didn't like something, you may be like, oh, I don't really want that. I want something else. And you want to consider those cases like that as well. And what I mean by that is, this is what the funnel looks like. Here's a opt-in funnel. Here's a downsell. Here's an upsell. So for example, if I was to look at upsell funnel, this is basically a funnel when somebody fills out a form. Notice how infographic is over here. I don't show the pricing right away in the funnel. I don't provide that clarity right away because then people would just click away. You always want to provide the price a bit later. So I do it over here in upsell funnel. So notice how there's a notebook LM explanation over here, but guess what? Full slide deck is here. So over here, there's a basic version of the video that provides the clarity talking about like why this TikTok Pet Automator is fire. But then you click on this link over here and it gives you this, then it gives you like the full breakdown with the slides, that kind of stuff. So this is how I'm using Notebook LM in context of building the funnels, and the downsell funnel is kind of a similar thing, but the order form is this way. So you want to have an order form where people fill up the form, and like they basically get access to this form, they fill it out, and they specify what they want, but you also want to include the pricing. So for the pricing, here's what I do. Like right now, the pricing you already seen, but the question is, what about the clarity? What about all that other stuff? Um, by splitting everything into those multiple funnels and including those infographics, you are gradually going to be creating that clarity, but you need to be communicating with ChatGPT using projects. So when you're inside of projects, you gotta have, like, for your brand, you gotta have a project. So next time, anytime you talk inside of that project, it's gonna know everything about it. It's gonna give you that structure. So for example, here's Jack's funnel structure. As you can see, inside of this Jack's funnel structure, all I do is literally just ask ChatGPT, where should I put a text in the funnel? In which order? How should I do it? And then I just copy everything in from the funnel like this, and then just put that into ChatGPT and asking ChatGPT, where did I go wrong? Where did I, like, can you go ahead and tell me like how to do this, etc. Should I put it in different order? And it tells you, like, if clarity is messed up or not messed up. It literally tells you that. Now, the cool part about it, guys, you can all do this. Now, the question is, like, what do you do next? How do we operate this machinery? So the next thing, guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another workshop. Then I'll show you the second part of this workshop that will show you how to operate this machinery. I'll see you next time. Take care.